Hi, this is Ken Frederick, and I just got done swimming the 100 freestyle, and I'm ready to do the Ken Frederick Podcast.
USA! USA! USA!
This is the Olympic edition, KFP special number 4. I want to say thank you for listening.
That was our swimming sound effect, by the way. Thank you, Perry, sound effect guy. We're back!
Thanks for listening, and if you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com. Facebook.com/KFPodcast and Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter. We got a special guest today, Perry.
But he's not talking.
He's not talking, just doing water sound effects.
Water ejaculation sounds is all he's here for.
Then we got sort of to the right of me, Justin.
Hey, everybody.
And then Don Juan DeMarco here.
Great to be back.
Thanks,
Like
Don.
I went away and no one noticed.
So we're going to do a little quick Olympics
Special.
special, and then we're going to get into some other stuff that we'll say at the end.
Okay.
So Don, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about the Olympics. Did you watch the Olympics, Kenny?
I did watch some of the Olympics.
Justin didn't. He was too busy playing video games.
Just grinding to no Man's Sky, Chief J Strongbow, whatever it is.
But, so the Olympics were different for me this year because we were on vacation, so kind of had the whole family sitting around the TV watching it. Usually I watch them by myself because no one else cares. We had all the kids watching, so it was like a big... It was more of a bigger deal last week. This week I went back to not caring about it again, but last week we were all into the swimming.
See, I'm not a huge Summer Olympics fan. I'd rather watch the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, winter is good. I'd rather watch curling.
I love curling.
Curling is fun to watch.
Any day.
I can't
It
wait.
is a ridiculous sport, but it is fun to watch.
Apparently there's leagues around us that we can join. Maybe we should join
With brooms and stones and stuff.
the KFP
That would be fun.
curling team.
Curling team. See,
I've never seen your eyes get that
They were
big,
real big.
other than a bag full of cookies, that you have been that excited to see
I
something.
want to try curling.
See, here's my thing with the Olympics. I can't stand track and field. I don't like running. Running to me is just pointless.
I don't like running. I don't like watching people run.
I don't want to watch
like-
people run. But I really enjoy swimming. Swimming to me just has a different excitement that the rest of the
Well,
games
it's because the
don't.
people are half dressed.
Well, it's not because of that. It's just because it's, I don't know. It's very exciting. Like the relays they do in there to me are way better than a running relay. I
don't think I caught a running relay yet.
Nah, they're pretty bad. So the big winners, of course, was Michael Phelps, who really should be Aquaman instead of Jason Momoa.
I've never seen a man look more like a triangle than Michael Phelps. His shoulders are so broad and he's so strangely thin.
It's so weird.
It's just a fin. He's basically a human fin.
What was weird about it this year? Did you notice the circles?
Well, yeah, he had hickeys.
He did that cupping.
Yeah.
Cupping, which at first my dad was like, I think you got attacked by an octopus. Like, we didn't know what it was. And then everybody was looking up cupping. It's so strange, the cupping.
Yeah.
With all that.
It's supposed to be great, though.
It's supposed to be great. And then I love when he does that smacking his arms thing that he does.
All weird, yeah.
All weird like an octopus,
I think you're going to find out in like 10 years he was the first mutant.
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, he's amazing. He's nuts. So I was running down some of the stuff. I watched all his gold medals.
So officially he's third all time for the most gold medals won, including countries. Like,
he got 5
it's like the
this
United
year.
States, China, and then
He's like
Michael
his own
Phelps.
country.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, they said if he was his own country,
He'd be number 3.
he would be 35th all time.
No, he's
Of every Olympics ever, he's 35th place as his own country.
Yeah, he's nuts. So, some of the ones he did, the first one that was all over was he did that 200-meter butterfly one.
Yeah.
And that's when he was going against that Leclose dude or whatever, the guy from South Africa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the image where he's sitting there with the Darth Vader hood on,
okay.
and he's shadow boxing in front of him, like trying to really antagonize him. Michael Phelps was just looking. They made Undertaker themes from it and all that stuff, and then he just whooped his ass. I mean, he just flat out whooped that dude.
The cool meme that I saw come out of that, which is exactly right, was like winners focus on winning, losers focus on the winner.
Well, yeah, because when you look at the picture,
he's staring right
he's
at Phelps
like this,
as
and the
he's
other
going.
dude's looking at him while he's swimming, and Phelps is like a body length in front of him.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, you're getting smoked. You
Yeah.
know, he smoked him. He did that medley race where they do
where they sing a bunch of different
they sing a
songs.
bunch of different
Real
songs.
quick, there's no. It's not like
they do backstroke and then butterfly and then breaststroke and then the freestyle, and that's where he beat Ryan Lochte again.
Does he anchor that, or does he do?
Well, this was the individual.
Yeah.
Oh,
he beat Lochte
okay.
on that. They went together and did their part on that.
Then Lochte went out and beat half of Brazil.
We'll get to Ryan Lochte.
Oh, that train wreck.
But the one that was also really cool was there was the freestyles, the 400 meter freestyle.
Uh-huh.
So the medley, and that was the medley race. The one guy went first and was doing the backstroke and set an Olympic record. Like, he was that far ahead. He was crushing people, and they were like, oh, they're going to run away with this. The other guy comes in to do the breaststroke and just starts losing it. Like, the other guy's catching him, and it's like, holy shit. And then when they made the turn, the guy caught him, and we're like, we're all watching it like, you idiot, like yelling at the TV, totally blew it. And then Michael Phelps jumps in for the butterfly or whatever, and when they made the turn, crushed it, and was at least a second ahead of the guy. And then that moose, I think his name's Nathan Adrian. I mean, that guy's like 7 feet tall. He jumped in, and it was like gone.
He probably jumped in and was covered half the.
He jumped in and was like already at the other end. That's how, and then because Michael Phelps is a big dude, like he's a tall dude,
6'4".
He stands next to that guy. He looks like Frankenstein standing there. He is so big, that dude. I'm like, that can't be fair. You dive in, you're at the other end of the pool.
That's one way to win.
Then he just comes up, few of these, and they're at the other end. It was crazy. But
Farted once.
Right ahead.
Propulsion.
It was great though. I mean, he really was amazing. The other thing I thought was nice, is he got the silver medal in that 100-meter butterfly, even though he won the 200 one.
Yeah.
The kid that beat him, he
like
met
his
him
idol,
in 2008, and the kid was like 12 years old, and that was his idol, and then he beats his idol, like 8 years later.
And that was weird because it was a 3-way tie for second. Like, 3 people all finished
and then no one gets a bronze.
Yeah.
I was like, can't they give someone a bronze? There's a guy who's like, hey, I came in behind these guys. Why ain't I the bronze?
They probably had to go steal 3 silver medals off other people because they're like, we only got 1. This isn't how that goes.
Crazy. It was crazy. But he was good. Even better than him was that Katie Ledecky chick that won for the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, she did the 800 meter where they swim that thing. I don't know how. I mean, up and down.
It's 800 meters. That's how long.
Well, of course it's 800 meters, but it's 16 times.
Oh.
Because at one time and back isn't that? Well, yeah, it's 50 meters.
Yeah.
So it's
down and back.
Down and back was 100. So yeah, she did that down and back 8 times, which is crazy. It goes on forever. She was a full length. Like almost 50 meters ahead of everybody else. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She was like a full length ahead of the world record.
Yeah.
She set the world record on that one. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was great. It was nice.
I mean, she's a bit scary looking, that girl, but I mean, she's
going there already?
She's a hell of a swimmer. I mean, I don't know, the poor girl. She gets out of the pool and
she just swam 800 meters.
I don't know.
And she's wearing 2 socks on her heads and goggles, and you're commenting on how she looks.
Well, it was just she's.
I like that.
Sakes. If you're looking for looks, watch the volleyball.
Yeah,
outdoor volleyball is where
they're
it's
scary
at.
too. But go ahead. What?
The Chinese girl, the swimmer that won the medal, that was all excited. She didn't even know she won the medal.
Oh, yeah.
And they interviewed her right afterwards. That interview was great.
Yeah. She's a little bit of goofy. I think she's overly goofy because they won some other medal for, I think they might have caught bronze or something for the...
And then the other cool moment was the one girl, the African-American girl, Simone Manuel. She was the first African-American woman to ever win a gold medal in swimming in the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, because that was a pretty cool moment for her. Because she wasn't even favored to win. She won it, was real excited about it. Yeah. And then they got that medley. They did a medley, too, and they just smoked people. The U.S. really just dominates swimming all over the place.
And I don't understand why. I guess we have a lot of water.
I don't know. We have a lot of water and we swim a lot, so who knows? So then other moments in, running is horrible. No one can beat Usain Bolt. It's just... he's like the Flash, and everybody else is like a regular human.
And they try to make this storyline with one of the United States runners, and then against him
Justin Gatlin.
Yeah, this might be the one guy that gets it. And he doesn't even qualify.
He's not even near him.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a picture that they took, and I'll put it on the YouTube of him. Did you see that picture where he's
running
smiling
and
he's like 5 bodies ahead of everybody? It's like he's not even trying.
He could moonwalk faster than those guys.
They should make him run backwards.
Yeah.
He should be like, I'm just going to run backwards.
The thing about him is, from a body type, he's so different from all the other
Tell us all about his body type.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Ooh.
A typical short distance sprinter is not real tall. They have huge quads and big upper bodies.
Ooh.
They're powerful,
he's
because
a huge
they
man.
pull. He's 6'5" and skinny.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can get his feet moving as fast as the short guys can, and he has that length of a stride, that's why he's so much faster than everybody.
Well, here's my idea to make track and field better. In the swimming, the race that I like the best is when they do the medley. So the one guy starts off in the backstroke, breast, butterfly, all that, and then freestyles is how you would fast if you're swimming fast. I want to see 4 different kinds of running. So I want to see you have the regular freestyle, which is just regular running, and then running backwards for the backstroke, maybe hop on one leg, and then, like, I don't know, skipping or whatever.
You know that they'd come out, like, the guy that's skipping on one leg has this monster one leg, and he's got, like, a fake
and like, oh, he's real good at skipping, and he's just on one leg.
The Olympic the speed bicycle.
Bicycling, whatever that word is.
Cyclists.
When you're licking bicycles, it's the bicycling.
If you look at those guys, one of their legs is a lot bigger than the other one.
That's what I want to see. And I want to see them, instead of running around the track, I want to see them have to run, touch a wall, and come back. Like they just slow down, touch the wall, and then come back. Because the swimmers is not fair. They don't just go swim in a circle.
Well, you flip. You do a flip under the water.
Yeah, I want to see them flip.
They don't get out and go, tag, and then
Ken, this is my Olympics now, all right? I want one leg running.
Dawn's Goober Olympics. This is what it is.
And then skipping. Everybody's just out there like, oh, you're running. They're like, no, I'm not. I'm skipping. The run backwards, and then, running on your hands or something like that.
I want a nice strut to like some George Clinton. Or
fast
something.
walking. You know, people do that power
walking. That's already an event.
Power walking?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Power walking is.
Power walking?
Yeah.
That seems weird.
You seem weird.
You are weird. So what else did we have there? The girls' gymnastics team, they did well.
I can't remember any of the names.
Simone Biles
is
the name of the young girl that...
The only thing I really remember about that is she was all excited because they flew Zac Efron to Brazil so he could give her a kiss on the cheek because she apparently has a crush on him.
Yeah.
You know what I don't get about that sport, though?
That girl's like 4, or she's like
4'8".
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Did you see her legs?
Her legs
It looks
are
like she could, like, kick your head
off
with, like,
if you shrunk 2 Perrys to they're so...
just so strong.
I want to see her kick Perry in the nuts.
Oh, my God.
I'd let her, I guess.
I mean, she could kick a hole through a wall.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Their legs are just crazy.
I'm sorry, 4'9".
They should have pictured her standing next to Michael Phelps, too.
It's insane.
I was watching the floor routine, and the entire time watching it, all I could think is, I would like to see her do all those flips and land on someone and putting them through a table. I would like run, flip, smash, and it'd be like, all right, there we go.
Well, they had a video up on Facebook, and it was her doing her routine, and like someone from the 1950s doing theirs.
I saw
it was like, wow, is that not even anywhere close? It's like flip, stick, and this other lady's like, kick, flick her leg out, like, oh yeah, that's real good.
Thing,
ribbons and shit, like, no, that's not the same.
You talk about Michael Phelps, we're gonna find out he's the first mutant. She's number 2.
Yeah,
because
she's a freak.
I read
she's like Puck from Alpha Flight.
Oh,
there's
crazy.
a physicist that like studied her move, like that her signature move, and they said like it defies physics. She should not be able to do what she does.
Nuts. I don't know how she does that.
She creates so much power from her lower body to be able to.
And then all that flipping, and then just stop.
Yeah, just
and not like. Because if I did one of those flips, you would just see legs and hands and feet carry on for like another 50 yards into a wall. I don't know how they stop like that. It's crazy. But she was amazing. Yeah. The only thing I don't get about that sport is why, like, the young girls are amazing athletes. Why do they have to wear all that makeup?
I don't know either.
Why do they have to put so much glitter around their eyes that it looks like they're crusted shut?
It's
almost.
Like
they look like they're the villains from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they're all weird. I hate it.
It's like theater. It's so that their facial expressions show up under the lights for the judges because they're always big smiles. It's a theater performance.
It's so fake though because it's like big smile, pissed off look. Yeah, like I got to make 100 flips in the air.
Before the swimmers get in their pool, they're like, put glitter around her eyes. You got to come up out of the water looking, when you're doing that freestyle.
Well, gymnastics is a little different than swimming.
It's just weird to me. That young girl with all that makeup on, it's like ridiculous. But
I watch volleyball the most.
So speaking of shocking moments, I was really upset to see what's her name, Carrie Walsh Jennings. She has three names. Oh, yeah. They lost. The women's teams lost.
And I watched that game last night. They were bad. Brazil beat them bad.
Yeah, those Brazilians kicked their ass.
Yeah, it was a couple nights ago, but
then they came back and beat the other Brazil team.
Yeah,
did they take bronze?
They took bronze.
Well, what's crazy about that is that Carrie Walsh never lost a match.
This is the first Olympic match she's ever lost.
And the girl that she was partners with, April Ross,
the
only time she ever lost was to Carrie.
Oh, whenever it was
when they beat him in London for the gold.
Yeah.
So like you have a girl that never lost and a girl that only lost to a girl that never lost. You would think no one would be able to beat them, and they just didn't. I think her age has caught up to her.
And I watched a couple of because I like the volleyball's probably my favorite.
Beach volleyball is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially women's beach volleyball is much better than men.
Well, I wonder why. Yeah. But because I watched, they had the China-Brazil indoor volleyball, and Brazil got upset in that. China beat them, and I think they knocked them out. I think Brazil was going to go for bronze in that. But yeah, I watched volleyball.
Well, that's what was crazy was they upset the Americans, which was unheard of,
Yeah.
and then the German team beat them.
Oh, really?
They lost. That Brazilian team took silver.
Oh, wow.
They were like, boy, this is like we beat like the best team ever.
Yeah.
We got an easy one now. Then these German girls come in.
Like, Das Vidanya. And then like, smack. Whatever.
He's playing the volleyball. We beat the Brazilians.
Beim Park.
They kicked their ass too. But it was good that at least they got a bronze and all that because they were good. I mean, her old partner Misty May, they were
I remember watching them
together.
in London, yeah.
But it was a good match. The thing I don't understand about it is why with the beach volleyball there's got to be a DJ playing the worst songs I've ever heard.
And it's like it's so strange.
Like I'm sitting there watching a one match and it's Brazil against Brazil against Russia. And then it was like
Das Vidanya.
It was like timeout, and then it was like pump up the jam, pump up the jam from the '90s. Like the Brazilians and the Russians were looking around like, what the hell are they playing? What's this?
It actually just came out in Russia. That's Moscow's top 10 right now.
I mean, it's like that DJ. They were just like, do you have any songs? I got like these '90s hits tracks or whatever.
Jam,
yeah, I got these '90 jam CDs. That's fine. Just play some. And it's 12:30 at night. I don't know why all beach volleyball
And
has
the
to happen.
entire U.S. basketball team's there for some reason.
Well,
because
they played 10 hours ago, and then
Oh, those guys just show up and it's a party.
it's just a party. And the girl from Ghostbusters,
oh yeah, she's
Leslie
everywhere.
Jones, was there.
I like seeing they were like, oh, here at the Americans, and all of a sudden someone's there now from the U.S.
It's
basketball
weird.
team.
And the men's basketball team, I think they suck. I mean, they've barely beat teams.
Yeah.
They should be destroying people,
And they're blaming it all on LeBron James because he decided to not play after he won the championship.
Yeah, they need Lebanon James out there. It would have just been completely unfair then.
It would have been
But I
like the
guess
Generals versus the Harlem Globetrotters. They should have played that music the entire time.
they're playing with one leg.
Yeah.
But I think their gold medal match is coming up. By the time this is out, they've probably won the gold, so who knows?
They'll jinx. They'll lose.
We'll see. Jinxed them. They lost.
Shaq will get a broken leg.
So let's talk about a couple quick odd things.
Okay.
Did you see the green pool water?
I've seen your green pool water.
That's what it looked like. It looked like my pool. Their outside pool was completely green, and it was weird. Like that's how bad of a country Rio is. That like
Oh, that's one thing because Rio's not a country.
well, Brazil and Rio de Janeiro is a terrible city. I mean, all the problems they have with crime there, people getting robbed. They couldn't even maintain.
Apparently getting robbed.
They couldn't even maintain the water. They were having all these problems with it. They had to drain the pool. Everybody was complaining. They're jumping into like horrible. I can't
Dumping and jumping. Hey, everybody, I'm dumping and jumping.
But the robbing part, we'll get to Ryan Lochte in a minute. But there's a video out there
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
of just kids in Rio going around robbing Americans, just walking up, falling behind him, and the guy's like looking all weird, holding his wallet, and then the kid's like looking at him, and then takes his phone and runs.
Yeah.
And then another person sitting on a bus, and he jumps through the window, takes the American's cell phone out, smashes it, and then just runs away.
Well, it looks like he dropped it, and he goes, I seen one where he did that same thing, dropped it, it broke, and the kid just like hand the pieces back to the guy
Yeah.
who tried to rob it off him and like left.
It's crazy. I mean, I've heard so many stories that the crime was
the distribution
so bad
of
there.
wealth in that area is ridiculous.
What's a third world country there? I mean, in some parts there, it's crazy, and they shouldn't. The Olympics is bad to host there because let's face it, after that's all gone, what are they going to do with those things? What's Rio going to do with a giant aquatic center with all those pools and all
Sure
that?
as hell not clean the water
Not
they have
clean the
already.
water
Yeah.
or that giant track. It'll just be like a rundown.
Well, this is why I think that they should have the Olympics in 5 places, and it should rotate those 5 places every
I think they should just have it in Greece, where it originated from. They build a complex there, and every 4 years they have it there.
Well, the problem with Greece is their the country's probably not going to exist for much longer.
Yeah. So Ryan Lochte, Justin, tell us what happened to him.
Ryan Lochte is a giant douche.
Okay.
He
I could have
was
told you that before.
With his white hair.
He was in Sausage Party. He was the giant douche. Spoiler alert. He was.
Oh, really? He
in
was?
Sausage Party. No, but
No,
he should have been.
Come on.
No,
I'm
so
gullible. I thought there for a minute. I was like, oh.
So he and three of the other guys from the swim team went out to a party at the French, like, Olympic Center Hotel, whatever you want to call it. Got
oui.
Something real.
and they when they came back, they allegedly their taxi got held up at gunpoint by people pretending to be police officers.
And Ryan Lochte said whatever.
Yeah, and
he
Ryan
didn't care, and he's so cool.
They
they
had
laughed in the face of danger.
They had
Dickhead.
guns on him, and he wasn't going to get on his knees, and I'm sure he doesn't. But anyway, but anyway, so it's all come out now. They've the gas station where they were at, where this happened, they released security footage, and basically what went down was he and his buddies were hammered. They kicked down the bathroom door and did a bunch of other vandalism and tried to get away. And the armed security officers for the gas station stopped the taxi, pulled them out of the car, and made them pay for the damage in the cash they had on them right there.
Yeah.
So he said he got robbed, and really he just had to pay
because
up.
I thought it was a little suspicious when he was like, "Oh, we got robbed at gunpoint," but they left my identification, my cell phone, and my credit cards.
Yeah.
They just took the cash.
And then he...
You, Ryan Lochte.
Oh! You heard that, Ryan Lochte. Go f*** yourself.
Suck it, dude.
Oh, and he already left the country, huh?
Yeah,
he's
and
already
he's
got
got
out.
out.
He's already
Now,
back home.
The kicker here is he's being indicted. However, they haven't announced yet whether it's going to be considered a misdemeanor or a felony.
Oh, he should be a felony, so he gets butt f***ed down there in Rio.
If it's a felony, they will extradite him back to Brazil.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. And he will just be molested inside some Brazilian
hairless
prison.
hairless swimmer body. He's going to get so manhandled.
What an asshole. I mean, I almost started liking him when he was like, he teamed with Phelps and they won a gold together, and it was like, they're friends, they're rivals. Now it's like, get the hell out of here, you dickhead.
That's great.
All right. Well, that's the Olympics, folks. You
Yep.
don't need to know about anything else. Some people shot guns and other shit like that.
Yeah.
There was that
Chick from West Virginia that won five.
she's won a medal in 6 straight Olympics.
And let me just tell something real quick about that. Do you see these people complaining where they're like, they won't...
advertising.
The media is hiding this.
won't hide this because about gun. They didn't make it about gun control.
No,
and
it
they
doesn't
don't
have
like
to- it's
guns.
a dumb-
and
it's
I'm
a
like,
dumb
let me
sport.
tell you why no one cares about this. Because that's the most boring shit I've ever watched in my life. I watched one part of it, and it was literally like 50 girls all lined up with like a gun, and all it is like 10 minutes of this adjusting scopes.
Yeah, 'cause it takes forever to do one
adjusting,
shot.
and then they're all like. You shoot real quick, and you don't see what they're hitting. It's like little targets, and then the lady's like, yeah, her range is good there, and she did with the vectors and the wind, and I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah.
You like, we're gonna talk about this, or guys swimming and winning at the last minute and all this cool stuff. No,
It's great that she won.
It's
Kudos
great.
to her. It's
good
awesome.
for her that she's the best at it.
Yeah.
but it's not exciting. That's why we're not talking.
And you
about
know
it.
what? She should sign up for the armed services
Yeah.
because we would need.
If you're that good at shooting, go shoot somebody.
What do the guns sound like again?
It's just this is what it
Hold on,
gets
you gotta get
again.
close so you
you
can
gotta get
hear.
close. You get real close, and then 10 minutes of setting it up, and then real quick they're like, okay, and she's about to make her next shot, and that's all you hear. Just little shots.
I can't even get.
And I'm like, what happened? Because I sat there and watched 20 minutes. And I'm like, are they going to shoot anything yet? And then she straightened her glove, and it's tightening things, and I'm like, that was it. And then everybody hit the same target. I'm like, who won? How do you know who won?
Yeah.
Can't tell what the hell just happened there. At least the bow and arrow shooting was pretty cool.
I think they should have to do a bow and arrow on horseback.
Yeah.
And someone.
I don't get what that
pumpkins
long
up.
stick that sticks out the bow and arrow.
It's balance.
Yeah, it helps
Put
the
an apple
balance.
on my head.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised the Americans didn't win that this year.
Now, that girl from Japan or whatever, she was like goddamn Green Arrow. She was hitting it. I mean, you couldn't stop her. She was the other girl.
It's over. Nope, can't stop
I
me.
mean, the other girl was like, she's like an 8 and a 9, an 8 and a 9 and a 10, and then this girl got up. She's just like, and they all splitting arrows, and they're all in 10. And I'm like, wow, she's really good.
She did the what is that movie? The Prince of the Robin Hood Men
Yeah,
in Tights,
yeah.
where there's 7 on an arrow,
Just,
shot him up.
I mean, she didn't even care. She like wasn't even looking, just nailing him.
she
was
did the
good.
handstand and actually pulled the bow back with her feet.
Yeah, with her feet. Yeah. So, I mean, bow and arrow stuff was fine. There's a lot of other stupid sports, cycling, and dumb crap like that no one cares about.
Well, no one cares about this podcast.
No one does.
So let's wrap it up.
All right. Go USA.
All right. Thanks. Please like, share, subscribe, invite fools.
Yep.
Peace out.
See you in a few days.